Hello, y'all. What's going on? Wow, I am very big for this intro right now. How you doing? It is Monday, March 30th, and it is time for more Donkey Kong, it's time for more Mario 64, but playing as Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bananza, and he has like all the moves, like he can do the rock, he can throw the rock. The rocks are very loud, don't worry about that. It is what it is. He can punch real good. He can slap the ground. A lot of that is a little bit behind me, but whatever. That's fine. Is there a way to like switch shoulders or something? I don't know. But I'm just demonstrating right now. It's all fine. It's all cool. There you go, Donkey Kong. Stay right there. Perfect. Anywho, how y'all doing? If you didn't see the Friday stream, I'll say that since the last time I played this, last time we got like a good ways into the game. We got 32 bananas. Those are our stars, by the way, if you understand. We got 32 bananas. We got to the second story of the castle. And at that point during that stream, I said, "Oh, I think it would be a good idea to do this in like 3 chunks. Maybe next time, which is to say this time, the second story, and then maybe we finish on the third stream next week." I will say, for those who didn't see the Friday stream, since the last Mario 64 stream, I have become a tiny bit laid off. A tiny bit laid off, which is to say that I am laid off, but also maybe I could still find a position that still exists at the company that I currently work for. And also I should look at other places as well, because a lot of other people also got sort of laid off around the same time as me, so that's been going on since the last time I played this, but I do not really intend on that to affect this, and honestly, why would it? It's just that's something for my day, for the daytime. It's like 7:30 p.m. right now. It's time to relax and play some Donkey Kong. I will also say, if anyone's curious, yes, I have now had a look at the calendar, and I realized it was for March, a month that was almost over, and I said, well, that's no good at all, and I went ahead and filled out everything for the next couple weeks there, assuming that this Bonanza Mario 64 takes one more week. This is about what it'll look like if we were to finish tonight, which I don't know how likely that is, considering I would kind of like to pace myself, and shorter streams would be nice, honestly, now and again. And if that were to happen, I don't know, maybe we'd move some things around, do some randomizers earlier, do some other stuff in addition. I don't know. I have ideas. I always have ideas for things we can do. I realized we haven't done a switching games every X lives for a minute. We also haven't done a BizHawk Shuffler stream for a minute, so I got some ideas for the near future as well, I suppose. Anyway, DK is OP in this mod, said Stacer. That is true. We have definitely found a lot of delightful things in that first stream last week that really drive that home. He can ride on his thing. He can go really fast. He can go over lava and water very, very nicely using that. He can climb up walls, and that's amazing. And you know, he can jump in a normal fashion as well. And also the punching is pretty good against Bowser. Oh my god, the Bowser fights, they are delightful. Anyway, other than that, I think that... Oh, also rolling. Rolling is a thing. I feel like I'm not really taking advantage of, like, the mid-air roll as much as I should do. Could be, I think the mid-air roll could be stronger. And, maybe... I don't know, like, how it compares to the original, Bonanza, but I think it could be, might bit stronger. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get going. It's time to start playing the game, and in particular, I'm gonna head up to the I'm gonna head up to the second story, and we're going to start cracking away at some of these levels. Like I said last time, I think for tonight, the focus will be on these 4 worlds, and maybe some amount of, like, going to previous worlds if we, like, I don't know, get tired of these 4. But, we'll see where the night takes us, you know? Like I said, I kind of have nowhere to be right now. I kind of have, no... Well, I do have an obligation in the morning, but, you know, I can manage. No problem. We can go as late as we like. Which world do we want to do first? I feel like... Here's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like, the one that might be most broken. Let's go. Here's how we'll do it. Let's go in order from most broken to least broken. Okay? Most broken to least broken. So we have Tall Mountain. Oh, well, that's one where the climbing is gonna really come in handy. Right. We have the water, Wet Dry World, where I think that being able to climb is also going to present a huge advantage. But I think perhaps most of all, not the Snow World, wrong one. Snow World, I feel like might be the least broken by this. Then again, hey, you know, climbing over the intended route, that's pretty powerful. But my thought was actually just like climbing in the giant world. That might be broken. That might be busted. Let's do Tiny Huge Island, and since we can climb, I feel like we're gonna find that there's, you know, the level can't hold us to where since we can climb and also do this. It's been a week since I played this. Let me get that. There we go. Since we can climb and also slide up slopes. This guy cannot be punched to death. This guy cannot be punched to death. I gotta step on him. Okay. Since we can climb and also slide up slopes, I feel like we're going to have a hell of a time here. This is going to be busted wide open. Also, question, where are the thing that we're actually going for? Can I just bypass all the way right to the final set of them? Let's find out. I'll say again, for, like, further context, to, like, repeat what I said, hell yeah. Pretty good. Yeah. Just right to the top. Those giant Goombas have more resilience than Bowser has. Yes, that is true. You're right. Let's try the small version. Let's see if the small version is also broken. I do think it is. Wait, is this... No, that can't be. That's just like coins or something, right? Yeah, it's like a 1-up. Okay. Isn't this like where we're trying to go in this level? So being able to just climb over there. Pretty, it's camera. Hello. Pretty good. Alright, these guys need to be punched. I can't punch I can't punch these fellas. These piranha plants can be punched. Get fucked. Come back here. Oh, is this not the right guy? Oh, no, I bet I just need to punch one more guy. We're off to a pretty damn good start. Pretty damn good start right here. Just 2 right away for free. I think my thesis of this world being broken is pretty good. Pretty good thesis. I was going to say, I've never been like the hugest, biggest Mario 64 fan, personally. Just you know, personally wise. I didn't play it on the N64 back in the day. I instead started with Banjo-Kazooie on the N64, but never got Mario 64 until the DS version and also all the various virtual console releases, at which point this is a rematch with Cooper the Quick. Oh, we're gonna really kick his ass, aren't we? Do we know where we're going? Do I know where we're going? No, I'm still going to kick his ass, though. Where's that guy? Ah. Oh, here he is. Where are we racing? AO6I, how's it going? We're going to Windswept Valley. I don't know where that is, but I'm still going to kick his ass. Unless I'm heading the entirely... Okay. I mean, I think I see it now, by the way. The ass kicking. That was just a... Oh! Yeah, this really does live up to its name of Windswept Valley. Huh. That was... Yeah, we did not kick its ass. Now, how do we get here in a way that's bullshit? Let's figure this out. Let's do the science. As they say in, have you tried turf surf on sand? Yes, last time we turf surfed on sand. It works. It's as overpowered as it sounds. It's yeah. Oh, you wonder if the rock will be sand instead of rock? Oh, it's always a rock. I don't think the model changes based on the surface condition. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works, actually. Even the grass is rock, even though it would be dirt, more typically, right? Right? Swimming, I don't like as much. Surfing, that's cool. Hang on, see? Rock, rock. I mean, I guess you can. I'll say you can just surf. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't as good as the turf surf. Okay, we're just realizing now the shell is not as good as turf surf. With the shell, you have to worry about physics, whereas with turf surf, you just go like, ah! You just smash the button and you can go up any hill. No worries about momentum, quite. You can always get a additional speed boost. Damn, that's good. Those guys are resilient. Let's climb up. If I could, I don't know moving down. Okay, we're finding. I'm figuring it out. I'll say, you know, basically what I was driving at with talking about Mario 64 and my like history with it is that it's been a while since the last time I played it. Probably really the last time I did a full playthrough was when 3D All-Stars came out. So all that to say is it's been a while since I played all of Mario 64, so excuse me if I don't know where something is in Mario 64, you know. This is, obviously, a lot of this is because I want to play with this very cool mod, but also, it's the playthrough of Mario 64 I'm gonna do on this channel, with all you know, realistically speaking. You know, this is it. This is what it's going to be. And I think I'm gonna have a good time at that. I think I'm gonna have a good ass time. I will also say what we discussed last time as far as like follow-up streams go. My intention is to do another stream next week. Same, you know, this again. But I would like to do a big finale stream eventually where, I want to do a big finale stream eventually where we come back after 70 star has been achieved and, like, get 100%, get, like, everything, and do it in a co-op fashion, because this is, I don't know if I said earlier, but this is the co-op, Mario 64 co-op, mod that has all these characters and stuff in it, and, you know, obviously that means I could be playing as a number of additional characters who are all, pretty cool. Trying to find a shortcut here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think this is the way, but... I know, I lost, I know. Thank you. I was standing on nothing there. Let's do that again. And this time we know what to do. I think. With this mod, you can kind of forego. You can kind of forego a lot of shit. Oh, also I'll say one more thing, is that one more thing real fast. I have one more thing real fast. There are like a bunch of, you know, this is like a Co-op DX. It has a bunch of mods that exist in this thing. I have downloaded a whole fucking bunch of them, which are pretty cool, and maybe I'll show y'all some of them real fast. Oh, that doesn't look right. Some of these are I don't know. You know, they're work in progresses here, folks. I might show y'all some of them later. There's a bunch of them that are cool. I've downloaded as many that said that they had, like, custom moves or whatever. That was, like, my priority, you know? There's a ton of them, you know, but not all of them have custom moves. Here we go. This time, this guy's toast. This guy is, cooked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this. It didn't even take us 5 tries, and we didn't even go off the edge at the end after we jumped off. We're getting this, folks. I understand how to play with Bananza. I've 100%ed Bananza. You goddamn right I can beat a Koopa. Yeah, I think that the Koopa races are a reference to this in Odyssey, yeah. Cool, yeah. I'm not really a big fan of like chest drumming. I like a belly drum more. That is more fun to me. Or feels more right, I don't know. You know, like what Spoilers does? Can we say things like that anymore? Is that something we can say these days? I don't know if that's something we can talk about. 5 itty bitty secrets, huh? How about we don't have to do the ones that it tells us. I bet we can climb up to the top and get the next one that's up there. You know, isn't there one where you drop in and fight a Wiggler? Let's go do that one. And up! What the hell? That was an interesting angle. I mean, I guess this is an interesting angle as well, but come on! Are these pegs the secrets? The itty bitty secrets? Let's jump up and like find out. What does the sign say? I can't say! some amount of, I'll say I think that some of the stars might be impossible to get as Bananza Donkey Kong. Like, I think there was a Pillars one in the last, world, not in the last world, but last stream, there was the Pillars in the desert. I think that's like, requires you to be able to ground pound, and, we cannot do a regular ground pound, unfortunately. But, you know, we can do better than that, so it's, okay. Is that something over there? That kind of looks like, oh, fuck. Oh, we take the small route. Let's navigate on the small side of things, yeah. Anyway, what else is going on? It's, I've had a uneventful weekend, I guess. You know, like I said, I've been dealing with some stuff, as far as, you know, doing things for a living goes. Sort of in a state of flux there. But, the weekend, you know, you can't do nothing on the weekend. So, you know, it was kind of just a regular ass weekend. Hung out with folks, with, my folks. Watched a bunch of Community. We've been watching Community lately. It's good. As well as randomly been watching, early James Bond for, like, no reason. I don't know. It's one of those things where you just need something to watch, you know what I mean? Y'all have that where it doesn't matter what, really, but just a movie, kind of what you're looking for. And it's like, oh, why not? Kind of interested, and, you know, watching it with my folk, they can offer me such opinions or perspective as far as, like, you know, yeah, this was like a, you know, how close it was to them being born, you know, what age they were at the time, like 2 or whatever, you know, James Bond, that's, those earlier movies, they were a while ago, you know, even for my parents, you know. I don't have that much to say about it. It's, I feel like I didn't know that Sean Connery was the first Bond, because, you know, he's in some of the later movies. You know, as like an older man and all that, and that, kind of seems a little bit weird, just looking at it from the outside, you know, that like, you know, he was around for that long, playing the part, etc., but I actually don't have that much more to say about that. It's mildly interesting. Can I do this now, or looks to me like I have to wait until this dries up? Unless there's like a middle cap in here. No, that's the golden banana we already got. Okay, well, let's now, where is that? Oh, there it is. Whoa! That is cool. Is this a no, it's a thing. It's one of those. Okay. Now I'll say that we'll do as much as of this level as I see fit, and I'm not sure how much more we can do here for now. Might be a good time to we got some low-hanging fruit. We got like 3. Is that enough before just, hey, good time to go to the next? That's like an enemy Lakitu. Okay, I think that might be one. Anyway, what's up? What else is up? Doesn't seem like much is going on right now. I saw that PAX was this weekend, apparently. Last weekend, I suppose. That's the kind of thing I just, never went to a PAX. Not really terribly interested in that, you know. I said last week, you know, just insofar as how I feel, is that I'd rather go on, like, a theme park vacation than to, like, go a big crowded convention center where there are no roller coasters and, like, hang out with other people who are similar, like-minded. You know, that's cool and all, but I'd rather just, that doesn't sound like a super fun vacation for me, I don't know. Sure, it's interesting, and it would be nice to meet, the people. Only person I've met as far as, internet goes. Oh my god. Camera. Well, okay, this camera. I don't know what it's doing, but moving on. It'd be nice to meet people from the internet, you know, but, just, you know, never, I don't see that ever being a priority of mine as far as, getting that done, as far as going there and, doing the thing. Rather just, you know, it seems like a rather expensive use of, like, money, you know, flying out some. Oh! Come on! I grabbed the wall! Okay, let's get going. Thought that was something context get invited to play games before release. No, that's, you're thinking of E3, or the things that followed E3. PAX is a community, is more of an event, you know? Anyone can go to PAX, provided they buy a ticket. Let me say, I could go to PAX if I wanted to. Mind you, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I'm nowhere near big enough to, like, do anything, you know. It wouldn't be like an event for me, it'd be a place to hang out and, you know, see the people that I'm parasocially in with, you know what I mean? See my parasocial faves. Ah, I killed Toad! I killed another Toad! And I got a gold banana! I was rewarded for it! What? That was cool, Donkey Kong, you're right. Murdering toads is cool. You're not wrong there. Let's do another level. I think it's time to, mosey. And I think the next one that might be broken most by, Bananza DK would be, this one, the one with all the swimming and stuff. First off, because, being able to just, surf over everything is a big advantage, I reckon. Second off, of course, climbing. Climbing is goated here. See? What a pose. Interesting pose there, Donkey Kong. He's doing a different thing this week. I wonder if they patched it since last week. Well, I think last week he was mostly doing like, I take out a barrel and how do you like that? I don't know what the deal is with that, but let's not worry about it. So yeah, let's keep on cracking. Let's play a little bit of each of these four, and maybe we'll head back to the previous area later. I do think we should give Hazy Maze Cave another try. I think we, you know, while we were there, just like getting the hat last time. What is this? Top of the town. Okay, so I need to go over to the town area. When we were doing the thing last time, at the end, going through, ooh, what the fuck? What was that? Excuse me? Okay, I make this. Whoa! I wonder if the rock, like, weighs you, if there's, like, a physics thing here. Because here, it's, like, over the water. I take out a rock. It's just being weird. Also, this water level is being weird. But, can you, like, drain it so that it's, like, really, really low by the time you're, like, swimming down here? I bet you can. I wish I could turf surf underwater. I really do. That'd be nice. Anyway, nothing much else going on other than, like, you know, talking to people about, maybe having a way to pay bills, and, otherwise, you know, enjoying a slow weekend where, you know, you can't really do any of that crap until the weekend is over. Generally. Top of the town, eh? We have to find something that, like, drains the, Whoa, what? If I do a roll, I, like, zip to the top of the water level. That's an interesting bug. Oh, I wonder if it's like you can't do that stuff underwater, so it stops you, tries to put you above water. You can't do the roll, you can't do the turf surf. Because the turfs, I guess it must be that the turf surf on the back end is just like a fancy shell ride, and you can't shell ride underwater. That's not how it works. So, no rolling. Oh, no punching either! Punching also a problem. Okay. Ground pounding also no work. Okay, tell me I don't need to, like, break a block to, like, make the water go down. Tell me I can make the water go down without breaking a block. If I can't, break a block, then everything in the underwater city is kaput here. No, we can't do it. Oh, here's the water thing. Good, okay. We don't have to break anything to get, access to that. Excellent. Now I can surf off. Okay, it's kind of buggy with the water level in this level. But, whatever. Let's get some, red coins, I guess. Is this for red coins, or is this another... Who cares? You know, whichever one it is, we'll get what we can and, you know, continue, playing the game and all that. Been fun. I'll say, you know, last time... I maintain what I said last time. This has been a lot of fun, playing the game like this, and being able to bust out all these, overpowered abilities and such. It's just delightful, and I would recommend it, full stop. No questions asked. It's good, it's fun, and pretty well made. What does this do? Gotten how many? They should show the red coins on screen somewhere. I guess I say that, you know, obviously they didn't know. This is no game. They didn't... What they should have done in a 30-year-old game that's the basis for, like, a whole genre that followed it. A minor criticism. Don't worry about it. I don't need to nitpick. But it'd be cool if there was a mod that put them on screen. Ah, there you go. Put the number on screen for you. 5, okay. I mean, the number of coins is on screen. I'll say that. That, is obviously true. Just got 5. That would make 6. Oh, is it these two? Yes, I'm guessing. 7. And here's 8. Ooh, banana. Let's go. Anyway, I'll say, you know, I am nervous about this whole period. This whole, in-between things period. I am hopeful that I would like to stay at my previous place. If possible, which, you know, I'll say again, it's possible that even though my current team doesn't have head count for me, it's possible that I might be able to find someone else to take me on at current place. And that'd be handy because I heard over the weekend an obvious thing about, like, how home loans work, which is that if you just switch jobs, you're right out. You're fucked, basically. You know, you can't immediately go get a loan immediately after switching jobs. That's not how it works. And it's just like, ow, fuck. You know, that's sort of my my gut take to that news. Is like, oh, fuck. Well, now I extra want to just basically have it be, I extra want to get one of those positions that is within the same company, but you know, because yeah, you know, if I have to wait another 6 months to get a house, I'll be very fucking bummed. I'll be very fucking bummed. I will say I will take an extra big vacation if that's the case once I get something secured, you know. Like I'll definitely like depending on like if Cedar Point is open or whatever, I'll definitely like go to Cedar Point. When is Hollywood Studios Universal Hollywood Studios Universal Studios Hollywood, when are they opening up that fuck you, buddy. Oh my god, can you always pick them up so easily? Is that always what Mario can do? I remember those guys always being a nuisance. I feel like Donkey Kong just fucks them up. These guys are invulnerable. Nothing can do about these guys. Unless Rock. No, not Rock. Once I get something locked down, I'd love to take a trip. You know, I've been saying Cedar Point for a while. If they're open, by the time I'm like, back in commission, you know, I'd love to do that. Did you say your name? Did I say Rock Party? How you doing, Rock Party? I think I said your name earlier when I was talking about, I've only met you in real life. You're the only internet person I've met in real life. I said Rock. Would that be in relation to Universal Studios Hollywood? No, there's no Rock in there. I don't know the Oh, maybe I was picking up a rock. I was picking up a rock, right? Because I'm Donkey Kong, I can pick up rocks and throw them. That's the context there. That's what I was. Damn it! Climb up this wall. That's faster. Sometimes the camera gets confused if you're coming from the wrong place. That's lamentable, I guess. I would say. I would describe this as a bummer. How about we try to approach it from the right way and try not to lose the camera along the way. We'll see. You know, if I'm like switching between, I guess the logical thing is like if I'm staying up the company, then my previous vacation time and all that applies. If I'm going to a new company, then I can just say like, hey, start date. You know, I can just say, hey, start date right after I do a trip. You know, and that would be also that'd be also good, I think. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe I can stay at the place I am and just, you know, at that point, I can still get a house, maybe. Shit's fucked up. Shit's fucked up. I am, you know, the AC at this apartment has gotten no more efficient, no less shitty, and I am, bummed out by it being weird and not performant, often enough. Secret Shallows and Sky. What? I don't know what that one means, but I'd like to get one more before we, move on, if possible. I'd like to get one more, and then maybe we go Snowtown. I think Mountain might be our next bet. Depends. How sloped are the mountain? Is the mountain? I feel like the mountain might be too sloped for us to climb it up super duper easily. Mario Kart World just got an update. Oh hey, what's going on there? It's not you know, it's not the one we've been looking for, right? Bomb Blast added. Okay, yeah, I've heard there were rumors of that. That's not terribly I'd say that's not terribly exciting. Reading the rest right now. Let me know if there's anything anything good. I do love the Mario Kart World. I think that's a great one of the best games of last year for sure. But you know, at this point I feel like I'm waiting for the thing everyone's waiting for, you know? I'm waiting for them to add tracks and new land and things of that nature. Wait, if I climb up here... Oh, this is an easy one! Wait, no! It's not open from this end. But, like, this... Blah. Okay. Right now, I gotta, like, pull this down. I don't need that. I just need to, step on this. Oh, I guess, like, hit a number of blocks for that one. It's like a bunch of blocks scattered around, and if we hit all of them, we get a banana. Okay, I could do that. Let's get this one, though. Come on! No! Damn it! Okay, we can do the other one with the blocks, that's fine. I'm open to either. This one seems like it might be a little hard with how fast you have to be and how cramped those corridors are. So let's do this one, which seems to be just do this a bunch of times. Find a bunch of these, and please cooperate with me, camera. The camera is not being terribly cooperative. Oh boy. Can I climb up this really narrow peg? This, like, what do you call it on a pier? Or like a boardwalk? What is that called? Maybe it is a peg. I don't know. Let's go up and make the water level high, that'll help. Item probability is changed, bullet bill buffed. Boomerang nerfed. That's about it. Seems like a pretty minor patch. I don't really care for. I was hoping I could punch that one into place rather than walking it in. It's cool. It's fine. That wasn't one of them? Really, that wasn't one of them. That wasn't one of them either? Tell me it's not like I need to do them in a certain order, and I've already made a mistake doing it as such, as in this, tell me I haven't made a mistake here. You can tell me whatever, I don't mind. I get this one without moving that block and lowering the water level. All that. I think I might be able to with the power of Perf Surf. What? Okay, I think maybe I get on this wall. Ah, yes! I haven't seen a number coming out of these for a bit. That worries me. I am low-key worried. The distance bombs can be thrown depends on how long you hold the L button. That's interesting. That's they're adding some skill there, I guess. That's cool for battle. That's cool for any mode. That's cool for any mode. You can definitely like if as long as they like go off instantly once they hit their target, that could be powerful. Am I barking up the wrong tree? Maybe I need to go to the underground now. I think I've gotten all the blocks I can see up here. So yeah, let's go down. Go down under, as they call it. I hope that by not E3, whenever the next, you know, I'd say whenever the next real direct is, I hope the next real direct, Jesus, I hope it's in April. There still hasn't been a proper non-partners direct this year, has there? I hope by the time there's another Nintendo Direct, where we'll find out, wait, what happens if you... Oh, right, I can't do any... I have to be, like, Steel Man to, do a roll underwater. Rumors are it's June? Oh, man, that's, like, the longest wait for Directs ever. I mean, I guess maybe they just don't have anything to show. And it's not like there's not games coming out, you know, there's a couple, but... pretty weird, but they're focusing on the Mario movie. That is true. That's true that they are doing that. I don't see any blocks here, any of the yellow blocks here. Maybe you have to get them in a certain order or something. I really don't know. Well, what I can do is I think I can use the invisibility to go through the bars. So let's do this. This makes this really easy. You don't have to go an indirect way at all. In fact, I'll be able to get the banana while invisible. That's how powerful that is. I'm sure you're able to do that already. More talented people than I. That was about as quick as that race could be. Talent notwithstanding. Hey, wait. Oh no, this isn't an... Can Donkey Kong do that infinite roll thing? I think he can. I don't think he can roll. I don't think he can long jump backwards. For what it's worth, but I'd be curious if, like, you could turf surf up the infinite staircase. We gotta... Last thing we do tonight, we gotta try, like, bouldering up the infinite staircase. We've been going a little under an hour. We've gotten like half of the golden bananas that I super duper want to today. We could go a little bit over 50. That'd be fine, I think, so long as we save the upper floor for next time, I think. Also, I will say I did install that WarioWare mod for this. This sort of turns it into WarioWare. I was thinking, like, after we defeat Final Bowser, we could check that out for a bit, like, next week. But we can do this however we want, you know, whatever makes sense. This stream, you know, the first stream is kind of split up by floors and by Bowsers. This stream, maybe we split it up just by worlds. Like, right now, we're heading into the, we're gonna head into the third world, which is the ice world. So, maybe... should there be a timestamps here? That's not consistent with last week, where the timestamps were, floor by floor. Except this time, it's gonna be, like, floor 2, a little bit extra, and, Bowser. Ooh, this is gonna be a great use case for Donkey Kong. Just free icy fucker. Yeah, that guy is typically kind of hard. If I recall, maybe others would say he's usually very easy, but here he's like the most easy because you can just punch. Let's go, let's do it. I'll think about that later. Snowman's big head, Okay, so, first off, things that make Donkey Kong overpowered in this map. First off, you can climb right to get around the whole first loop. Whole first loop is circumvented. Why do you have a Mario hat? You're not supposed to have that. Those guys are tough. You can circumvent the whole first lap. And, I wonder about the second. Okay, fucker. Try a rock on for size. Oh, you're tougher than rocks? Okay. Wait, I can punch with the rock. What happens if you punch with the rock? Does that, like, do more damage or something? It'd be cool if it did. I don't think it does, though. Now, the rest of the snowman, I think, is too, slippy slidey. Is too, it's not vertical enough for you to just climb up, but maybe... What about the side of his head? See if we can find a spot. Yeah! Okay, we know it's possible. No more. None of that precarious path bullshit. Not for me, not for Donkey Kong. Carefully climb around his eye. And get the banana! Yeah! That was a... you know, I'm sure these... Yeah, parts of this game, low-key, kind of annoy me a bit, like having to do the gimmick with the snowman. I don't like that. I don't like the penguin going like, I'm gonna walk forwards, and then walk backwards, and then walk forwards, and stop! You know, that shit is hard, and annoying, and I mess it up. And fuck all that shit, I can just climb! It's a good mod. Good character mod, I recommend it. For sure. Very overpowered, to be clear, to be sure. But, I love that for us, for me, etc. Alright. This is nice and easy with the ability to climb. Nice! At this rate, honestly, maybe we should just, like, go as far as we can tonight. You know, maybe do 2.5 hours. It'd be, I do think it's weird to do a stream less than 2 hours long. You know, I'm saying that as if, like, yeah, well, we're going at a pace where I feel confident that, like, we will, what's the next one? Whirl from the freezing pond. We are making such good strides. I suppose we are making strides, but also, like, towards the end of every world, we are getting stuck a good degree. And, we find some ones that are a little more, stubborn, a little bit more tricky, a little bit more, difficult. Get some red coins, I guess. I don't know. I will say, a bunch of anime has been ending over the weekend. I have been watching it. That's what I spent a lot of my weekend doing, watching all those shows that ended over the weekend. 1 second here, let me do a touch of moderation. There we go. Bunch of stuff ended over the weekend. I'm gonna save talking about that for Friday, as I have been doing recent years. I just think it's let's save that one. Let's save that one. We got, like, oh, you can pause and find out how many red coins you have. We have 4. Also, I have a better version of that. I don't need to use it. Did the volume get less, the music get less loud or something? I don't know. Maybe my imagination. Who can say? Anyway, I have been watching all that stuff. We'll have thoughts on that come it did get softer. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know what to do about that then. Do have thoughts about those shows. We'll talk about them, like, next Friday, and I think that'll be fun and good. Also, we'll talk about all the new shows, of which there was one so far. It seemed pretty good. Newest show, newest anime this next season. Looking forward to, besides the whole frantic hunt for work stuff, I feel like I'm a little bit bored at this moment, so I'm kind of excited to see, new shows start again. And, very curious which ones of them will be good. So, you know, we'll talk about that a bunch on Friday. And I'll say, I'll say that, you know, I do definitely worry about, like, all the anime talk on the channel. You know, I know that not everyone's into it, and I like to watch a lot of anime, so I like to talk a lot of anime, but, I do prefer to keep it somewhat sequestered to, you know, certain streams, etc. I will say this, as far as anime stuff goes, last few days, y'all know that Golden Kamuy isn't really ending at all? Just found out that, you know, I was seeing I've been watching the latest season, the last season it's called. It's called on Anilist.com, Golden Kamuy, the final season. And then, today, the last episode of that came out, and before I watched it, I saw a notification that was like, Golden Kamuy, the Runaway Train chapter, or whatever it's called in Japanese, was added. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Oh, shit. I thought we were I thought that we were done. You know, I thought that, you know, whatever. It's fine, you know, it's no big deal and all that, but... No big deal, but, and it's been a good season, but I was really bracing myself for an ending, not for, come back in a year. I wish they wouldn't market themselves as the final. You shouldn't be able to say you're doing the final season if what you mean is the penultimate season. That's insane to me. That's nuts. That doesn't make sense. We have gotten five really quick bananas. This I think that Frozen Snowman level. What the hell is Frozen Fropics? It's something weird like that. Wait, can we get into this? Don't you usually have to duck? Yes, we can. It really doesn't look like we should fit. Okay. We have to do a whole thing, right? We have to, like, hit a switch or something. Alright. This looks like the place to get, like, your, banana, your like, your 100 bananas or whatever. Has that been... No, wait, I'm confusing bananas and coins. Right, no. The banana count is your... I keep seeing 45 bananas and just thinking, like, I have 45 of the little ones. Oh, you know what? It's probably like I need to get a, invisibility hat or something, and then that'll do the thing. Okay, what the hell? Wow! You can fit through that gap? Okay. Talk to me, Babam. Talk to me, please. Say hello. Say hello. The angry face looks so silly. I just think it looks very silly. Okay, this is nothing. This is not where we're trying to go. We can leave. We can go somewhere else. I don't understand what to do here. And I feel like we've gotten a bunch from this world really quickly. I'm satisfied. Let's do that. Let's get out of here. All right. Let's head to the next one. And I think this has been too short for a playthrough stream. I feel like we should truck on after getting the next 5. We should do some of the previous levels for a bit. Next up is Tall Mountain. Let's do some of that. And then, yeah. I'll say there's nothing saying that I have to get 70 and done. There's nothing saying that next week I can't get like 80, you know, golden bananas. There's nothing saying I can't get 90. How's that for a thing to say? How about that's for a note? Like, there's no saying I can't, oh, hell yeah. This is usually pretty hard to get, I think. Donkey Kong just gets it, like, instantly. Just, turf surf! Not even a blast, just a regular turf surf. Wait, what do we want to, do we want to find something out with turf surf earlier? No, I forget, it doesn't matter. Scale the mountain, okay. Well, if this mountain has some flat surfaces for us to climb, this might be a real damn... Hello! I don't think this is the one we were promised, but... Also good! Weird bow angle there. Right, we wanted to try turf surf on the infinite staircase. Actually. I will do that, yeah. Donkey Kong can do anything his way. Yeah, you can't stop Donkey Kong. I think that's a lesson that we could all stand to learn. We could all stand to learn. Like, he's broken, in a word. Yeah, no, okay. There's enough of this mountain is just straight vertical where we're able to climb up a lot of it. You know, so long as anywhere has this, like, tilted roof, I won't be able to just get up normally, but yeah, no, there's just some easy paths to climb your way up. This is home turf, really. I can't believe I said this one would be the least broken. I think I misestimated as far as these four go. This is pretty broken. Definitely in the category of broken. I guess that's a lesson. All these levels are broken by Donkey Kong. There is no level that isn't broken by Donkey Kong. All levels bow before Donkey Kong. That is just true. That is, you know, the type of silly thing that I say, and then you look at the VOD later on and you go, oh, that was the, now that's the title apparently. All levels bow before Donkey Kong. That's not bad. Kinda has a ring to it. It's unique. No other stream has ever involved the word... No other VOD in my channel has ever involved the word bow before. I haven't done like a playthrough of like Paper Mario. Nor like any of the randomizers had bow in it. Or, you know, had like bow in the title. I don't usually title the randomizers like that. Donkey Kong's good. I feel like Rainbow Ride actually might pose a threat. Realistically, Rainbow Ride might pose a threat. I feel like let's save that for next time, and you know, just play it by ear until then. Where is? Oh, hello! Another free banana. We already gotten to 49. It's been like an hour tops since we started. We got... Last time, wasn't it like 2.5, 3 hours? How long was that? Super Hammer was underutilized? I'd agree with that. How long was the last stream where we got like 32 bananas? You know, there were definitely a couple levels there that like slowed us down. The last one was like 3.5, and we've already gotten like half as many bananas, more than half, and it hasn't even been a single hour. Wow. Am I reading my watch right? Yeah, we started around 7:30. It's around 8:40 now. There was probably like 10 minutes of me making quips about being less employed than I was, more laid off than I was the last week. The crates are like Turf Surf, and the hammer is like DK's Punch from the hammer power up from Mario Maker 2. Yeah, that's certainly a comparison. I can't like roll into the wall like that. Those red coins over the mushroom are a little bit difficult to get a hand on, manage. So why don't we just focus on that fucking monkey in that fucking cage or whatever, and continue making such amazing progress. Holy shit. We could again. I'll say we could call it. We could call it a night. And have it be like the shortest playthrough stream I've ever done. Really, that doesn't feel right to me. I'd rather keep going, and you know, there's some possibility here to make this a 2-stream playthrough and disrupt my whole fucking calendar, disrupt my whole fucking schedule. You know, that said, I would like to do 3 weeks of this. Do another stream of it next week. And certainly the plan is to do like a big, everyone, you know, do co-op with other people. And, you know, what's up, monkey? What's up, monkey? Where are you going? Where are you going, monkey? Okay, you're being a dick, monkey. You're being a dick, monkey. I don't get it, monkey. Is that monkey part of the banana, or is that monkey just fucking around up there? Is that monkey just being like a dick, being like annoying? I don't know. I'm gonna pay him no mind and continue on my way. I know where the cage is. Do I need to guide the monkey to the cage? Maybe I can get the one that's inside. Isn't there one inside with like the wiggler or whatever? Maybe I can like break in there and get that one. What is this? Okay, I'm not sure what that was for, but... Okay, let's carefully walk across this thing, which we could just climb. Yeah, we can just do this. Hi, monkey. What's your deal? Do I have to make you jump on the cage or something? I see there's no hole for me to jump into if I wanted to, like, go find a wiggler to fight. So I guess that's not what it is. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that monkey for now. Yeah! Come on, let me get it! Let me get it! Let me get it! Let me get the banana! Come on! I want the banana! Maybe it's like I need to grab the monkey and take him to his monkey friend, at which point, like with the penguins earlier on. I think we might be out of low-hanging fruits. Also, as far as this one goes. Let's collect red coins. Fuck the monkey. It's monkey. It's not it. We can just get some red coins, and that'll also get us our last needed banana for this zone. Yeah, let's, we should at least do 10 more. I'll say that. We should do 10 more at least, and then we'll play it by ear, like, where we're at. Like, if we have plenty of time after we get 10 more, let's go to, you know, the last 2 worlds to get the last final 5. You know, the last final 5 each. And then, yeah. So here's what I think we should do. We should go back to the earlier levels and get 10 more golden bananas. And then we should head to, the last... No! No! Oh, thank God. Oh, the wind saved me there. Ooh. That was cool. Okay. We've gotten 50. We've gotten 50 golden bananas. And as such, opened the final floor. Oh, I guess there's no Bowser for tonight's stream, I guess. the Bowser's at like the very end. It's just like the third Bowser encounter after the second and third floors. I'll say let's hold off on doing things here in the third floor. Like, honestly, my thought earlier was to wait until later. But let's try this out. Hey, I'm playing as Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bananza with all his gimmicks and stuff, and I want to see if Turf Surf can get up the infinite staircase. Is it fast enough? Doesn't look like it is. No, you need like infinite speed. Turf Surf gives you a lot of speed, but it's not infinite speed. Nor does rolling give you enough speed, either. Okay, was worth a shot. Was worth a shot. Let's turn around and collect, 20 more bananas. We were going to do that anyway, but, now we know. Does it look weird if I do it, like, with the reverse perspective? Yes, it does look really weird. Oh, Lord, don't do that. Wait, what happens if I climb? Hang on. I can climb in this. Okay, no, it's warping me back whether I'm on the floor or whether I'm on the wall. Either way, it's resetting every tick. Okay. 70. Now then. Seriously though, we've gotten 50, and that's a lot. And I think I'm kind of satisfied with those 4 levels where I left them. You know, I got a bunch from each one of them, and also I feel like with each one of them additionally, I don't necessarily know like what else I can do there off the top of my head. And I think at this point I'd like to go back and get some bananas from the previous levels. And let's just do so in a random order without necessarily thinking too much about it. To that end, I'm gonna start with Hazy Maze Cave, which I think has some low-hanging fruit for us. We're gonna go for 10, and we'll see how this goes. And then after we get 10, either we'll end the stream or we will call an audible right then and there and say like, okay, we're doing this. This is the final, actually. I killed another toad! You're right, it is very cool. There's no one arguing that that's not very, very, very cool. What good is this to have at the start? I don't get what this, good this does for you. Am I supposed to be up here? Hello? I can see everything. That's, the ability to climb sure is, something that this game isn't built in mind with. These walls are, fake. So yeah, I think there's some real low-hanging fruit here that we can just grab, like, without even that much effort. Last time we saw it on the way to the cap hat, the bonus. And we can grab this, and also I think I know now how to get the one that's down by Dory. I now understand that well enough. So that'll be 2. 3, actually, with the toad. What else can we get? I would like to do more of the fire level. I think the fire level is very cool, and feel like we headed out of there pretty early. I feel like we can definitely do more in the volcano world, that's nearby. I would like to say the desert, but I'm pretty sure the next desert level we can't do anything because we can't ground pound. So, also, there's like loads of other levels we should spend some time in. I'd like to do more of like you know, if there's like one level that's like my favorite level, there is one, and I think I would like to spend some time there, you know, in my favorite goddamn level. Does that make sense? I think it makes perfect sense. These rocks are bad! I think Dory is going to be very easy to get to, but we still... we have to get past some rocks first. Yo, come on! Let's go back and give that another shot. As far as games go, I'll say, if anyone's wondering, you know, I've mostly just been playing the same things I've been playing. A little bit of Pokopia, a little bit of Overwatch. Not a lot of Mugenics since the last stream. None, actually, specifically. But honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. Good amount of Wonder. Been playing the DLC. I finished all the boss, the Koopalings, and I finished like most all of the optional things. Gotten all the badges. You know, I think the last time I didn't mention how the plant power up is. It's good. It's good. Did you try the buffed up Koopalings? I tried one of them, and then was like, maybe later. Which is to say, not now. Maybe later. I kind of got like most of the way through that fight and then died, and I was like, well, I don't feel like giving that another try. I will say this of the Koopalings. You played the multiplayer through Game Share and some fun creative modes. I haven't tried out any of that. Maybe I should, like, do some Game Share with, some folks. It'd be cool if, you know, I don't know if, like, I'd hope that, like, some people I know would be down to do some Game Share and down to play some Mario Wonder. And if not them, you know, I know that, I got family. Play some with my, oh, Jesus. With, family and all that. Oh, come on. I got a banana as I die, so that should bring me back to life. If we get over again here, we'll find somewhere else to get our, 8 remaining bananas for, this portion of the stream. But yeah, I haven't played, come on. Rolling isn't quite as, okay. Yoshi licking fruits and everyone can choose a different badges to help them. I haven't seen honestly, I haven't heard tale of the multiplayer. Honestly, maybe it's just a thing where PAX was this week. So like the big outlets that I watch, you know, they weren't necessarily going to do content around it. They instead were busy packing and preparing for PAX. That's, you know, going back to the PAX thing a bit. That's more my feeling with PAX, is that every time there's a PAX, it's like all my parasocial favorites, you know, prioritize that. And they don't necessarily make as good, regular content. I say that. That seems, you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? It just seems like, not worth it. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all feel that way when I go to, like, Universal, when I go to a theme park or something. maybe that's a totally unfair, you know, it's not about the content, it's about the social aspect of it. But at any rate, you know, I would love to see some of Wonder DLC from the streamers that I'm parasocially I follow and all that. I bet you could. How are the modes? Are they like good? Or are they like Mario Party good? I bet you they could do like a. I bet Giant Bomb could do something ridiculous with them. I hope that you know, they'll find time for. Unprofessional Fridays is probably the time slot for that. You know, they have that every week, except when they're going to PAX. So, you know, I might watch some of that if I want to know, or otherwise arrange a play date. I'm pretty, well, I'd say I'm pretty busy. I'm only got 2 nights this week that aren't thing. It's a mix of Mario Party and Mario Maker battles. That's interesting. That's an idea. I can't say I'm not curious, but also I'll say that like I'm in no hurry to like arrange a play date to get it done. But as far as the single player stuff goes, it's like fine. You know, I definitely feel like the single player stuff is not the highlights. It's not fantastic. But I will say this. It is the stuff that should have been in the game from the start. You know, if this had been, I think I want to look around that place more and see if I can spot like another golden banana in the vicinity, like through, I don't know, one of the other doors or something. Oh, come on now. As a single-player thing, I will say that the Koopalings are great. And what's more, they should have been in the original game. They should have been the boss battles, like, just basically as is. You know, I think if you put these Koopalings in place, like, one per world, you know, they are one per world, but you know what I mean. If they had been in there from the start, I feel like a lot of the complaints about bosses, which are justified and correct, and I made them myself, so, you know, no shade, etc., etc. I feel like a lot of the criticisms about bosses would have been defrayed, would have been, wouldn't have happened, and, you know, it's great to get there eventually, but, to get there eventually as part of $20 DLC, it's like, that's a little weak. It's a little weak. And, like, what exactly do you gain as far as, you know, as far as, well, as far as, like, performance and stuff goes, Switch 2 wise, not much, you know, it's like, you can play it in 1080 in regular mode now, I guess, on the handheld. You could sort of do that already previously with, you know, the boost mode. Could be they originally were planned as an update. Could be. Who knows? Who could say? And it, materially just, doesn't matter, but, you know, I've been enjoying a little bit with it. I do think I'm basically done, having, beat the stuff and done, most of the bonus areas, which are fine. I'll say, like, single-player content, I think it is all great stuff to, like, flesh out an offering, but, like, that's just the thing, though. It should be stuff that fleshes out an offering, not the whole offering. So, like, if you're looking at this for single-player purposes, I don't know how I can recommend it, you know? I feel like it's a pretty compromised thing, but, you know, also, whatever, man. You know, you do what you want to do. Also, to be clear. Oh, I can warp up to the top. But that's not gonna let me, get to the thing. I need to be more careful about, how I do this. Anyway, other than that, I don't know that there's many other games coming out. I talked about, seeing, Project Hail Mary last, right before the Friday stream. That movie's great. I don't know that there's anything else interesting in, like, media. Anime aside, of course. There's always anime coming out at all times. But, like, I feel like it's kind of a slow time right now. And, you know, honestly, personally, I could use some stuff to do. Okay. This looks challenging. I say it looks challenging. It's literally 2 jumps. But, as challenging as it might be normally, Donkey Kong can climb on walls. So, it's not challenging at all. In fact, very, very, very easy. Let's go. Yeah, that was a nice, easy one. Let's boogie. Let's do some other levels now. You know, I think that level isn't as that level's alright. I don't know. I feel like my opinion on it has improved since I've been able to find a couple of bananas there. You know, whereas last week I was really struggling in general. Hot-footed into the volcano. Alright. Looks like we've done, like, a lot of stuff here, but we haven't done the volcano sequence, I guess. So let's do that. How is this going to work? Flat Donkey Kong looks so silly. Okay. Now I can, you know, I'm at this point not sure like how many of these walls are perfectly climbable. And it turns out like maybe all of them were, so maybe we didn't have to do that much careful platforming. We could have just climbed directly to the golden banana. Hell yeah. Let's do more. Elevator tour in the volcano. I think this level's really good. I think the volcano level is like one of the best With this level, with this elevator tour, can we do this without the elevator? I wonder. Might be tough. Let's just play carefully now. Let's just relax and have a good time. All that. Let's try cheese it! I think we should try to cheese it using our overpowered Donkey Kong abilities. It's kind of a long ride, and, yeah, we could also go somewhere else. You know, there's plenty of the, areas in the first area, you know, like Babam Battlefield, for instance. There's plenty of areas that have, like, very easy golden bananas for us to go scoop up. But, you know, I kind of like to wait until we had, like, we're closer. Okay. How about I just climb? Oh, hello! With climbing. No ride at all. Just climb. And done. Elevator tore my ass. We just climbed up there. It was great. That was way better. That was way better than, oh, we're all done here, also. That was sick. Alright, now what I want to do is I would like to go up to the lobby, and I'd like to do a couple of the, first area, go back to those for a bit, and do some more of them. And we'll get up to 60, and then I think we'll head to the final 2. Right now, it's been like coming up on 2 hours, right? What levels do we want to do? Let's see. So we've done wait, Dire Docks? Oh, that's the submarine one, right? Yeah, the one that you do to get into Bowser. We also only did 3 of Tiny Huge. I didn't realize we only did 3 of Tiny Huge. Tiny Huge is good. I could go for I could do more of that. Though actually I don't know with that one if the next one has a weird you know, if it requires you to have ground pound or like if the way that we traverse it's unable to follow properly. I don't know. Maybe like focus on some of these other ones. So we've done like 5 of Bomb Battlefield. We've done like 5 of Jolly Roger Bay. Only 2 of Cool Mountain. I'd like to do some Cool Mountain. Do a Cool Mountain. Let's do a level there. Is this the race? Did we never do the race? Big Penguin race. Yeah, we never did finish the Big Penguin race. We could also get a couple other. Let's give this another go. Let's turf surf. Big Penguin race. Okay, it's still hard. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Whoa! Tell me that counted. Tell me that counted. Does that count? Wait, huh? I beat your ass. Was I not supposed to exit? I feel like that's a thing you should know, is that, like, if you exit, it's over. I wasn't sure if we were racing for the door, or if, like, you know... I thought maybe we were racing for the door, and I had to get out first. But I don't think that's what it was. Or maybe I was disqualified for very reasonable reasons. You know, now that we know that cheese, maybe we can try that again. All levels bow before Donkey Kong. We are proving that now. There's no intended route that can survive contact with Bananza. Hello. Okay, not like that. Can I reproduce that, or is that... I don't even know what wall specifically it was that I clung on to. That was some... That was a miracle right there, and I don't know if we'll ever see that miracle again. I would really like to. We can also collect some red coins, or there's one that's on the side of the mountain. That's pretty cool. Well, we just climb down this wall. This might be slower than walking, actually. Yeah, this is slower than walking. And also, I'm, dead. Okay. Man, we got lucky. I can't believe how lucky apparently we got, and only to have squandered it. One more try. I'd really like to make this work. Okay, here we go. Is this it? This it? Okay. Climb down. We're sliding. There's a penguin behind us. Does that count? Okay. Okay. It does count, and yes, we fucked up earlier. I would like to get the one behind the mountain real fast, because it's easy and simple and I can get it. Then I think I'd like to get a few from my favorite level, which I'm realizing now has been sadly neglected earlier in this series, you know, last week. I say earlier in this series, last week, when I played this game, when I started. This one, easy. This one, wait, no, is it not over here? What the fuck is it? Okay. Okay, you know what? More bananas to get elsewhere. I'm happy with that. That was a good final banana for Snowland. I think this is my favorite world, and I think this is the best world in the game. It is the second world in the game. It is Thwomp's Fortress. Let's play a bunch of this. I feel like this is the most iconic. You know, even though it's not the first. My thought process is that my thought process goes something like this. You know, which is that goes something like this. This is the one they remade for Galaxy 2. They didn't remake any of the other ones for Galaxy. There's a reason for that. This is iconic, and it also just has a very good, very solid layout that you can't argue with. It's just genuinely good. I mean, yeah, obviously they're all genuinely good, but this one is like just a compact level that is mostly climbing upwards, and it's a compact level. It's mostly climbing upwards in a big circuit, and just fits in a bunch of platforming in a very well put together vertical progression with some silly side areas where you know, you can blast into a corner or whatever, do some other crap, some other garbage. It's solid. I think that you can't go wrong with it, and that's why I think it's the best level in the game. This is the best level in the game. What else is up there? Hard to say. There's so many. There's so many. I like, shit. I definitely like, the second snowman level, more than the other ice level, because it has the central snowman. That just, you know, it's good to have a landmark in a level, and it's not as good to not have a landmark, so jot that down. Oh, if the stone breaks farther away, it makes less of a noise. Huh. Interesting. We got 6, right? So those are the other 2 that we have to get. Nice. Nice. Can we just punch this town? Or is this going to be weird because we're not Mario? It looks like it's gonna be weird because we're not Mario, and we're not doing regular like, punches. Okay. Well then. Good news, we don't need that. We can chunk jump. We had 6 coins! Ugh. Shoot into the wild blue. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's When I lose a fruit like that, a medium to high hanging fruit, that just makes me want to get something like this immediately, quickly, instantly, which I will now do. That Donkey Kong is high, is tall. Look at that. Look at that hitbox. Come on now. I'm standing in it. I'm standing in it. No big deal. Really, no big deal. That doesn't matter at all. Let's get 2 more. Red coins on the floating aisle. Okay, it's telling me to do red coins. I can do red coins. Okay, okay. Wondering what else. There's also the one where we ride the guy to the top, right? What does this look like? Hang on. Hi, Owl. I'm Donkey Kong. This is like if Donkey Kong could ride squawks. Wait! Come back. Oh, you gotta hold down A. Yeah, it works! Whoa! No, it doesn't. It looks a little bit funky. A little bit odd. For sure. I think he's a little bit big for this owl. I think. Motherfucker, are you taking me over a pit? Oh wait, I can steer. It's not like he's trying to kill me or nothing. It's just, I'm in control here. Alright, that was very useful. Thank you for your, bullshit. I bet I can get into that without him. Honestly. Into the cage, you know? Right, this thing is not climbable. I remember, we established that last time. Cannot be climbed, normally. Woo! I nearly had it. I still might. It's not too late. Okay. Now it's too late. They should make that quieter. The sound effect. Ooh. The developer of this mod. Let's do this. Red coins on the floating aisle. But really... Can we do the blast? Can we do the... Hang on, low-hanging fruit right here? 2 questions. 1, can we do the blast? And 2, can we just do it by, like, climbing up on here? And, like, I don't know, ground pounding on it or something? Okay, so we clip through it. If we try to climb on the actual corner. We need to, like, just climb up to here. I like... If I do a full ground pound on it... No, that doesn't, do the trick. What if I, Nope, nope. Jeff definitely has to be this guy. Open the cannon, open the cannon, open the cannon. Talk to me. Talk to me. These guys are really finicky. Maybe like DK's hitbox is so large he can't really get close enough to engage with their talking hitbox. In which case we can't do that thing. Or at any rate, we'll have to get very lucky to get in the right position. Yeah, last time these guys were just very hard to talk to. We managed to talk to one of them after, like, trying for, like, a minute. 2-3 minutes. But, I'm betting this is just an unfortunate reality of this particular, character mod. Bet if we switched to, like, anyone else, it would work. Take that bet. Take that bet. Let's go. Pikachu, take care of it. See? See? That's exactly the issue. You gotta be closer than Donkey Kong can get to talk to that, dude. Good work, Pikachu. And yes, this is Smash Brothers Brawl Pikachu. A little bit of a cameo here, I suppose. It could do a Thunder Strike, as well as, oh, jeez. Whoa! Pika. It can do its up B, and its, neutral B, and, yeah. Cool. Back to our boy. So yeah, definitely some... So definitely it turns out there are some bananas, some stars that are hard to do as, Donkey Kong for reasons. But, you know, not like anyone is cursed to, what? Huh? Only play as Donkey Kong. Like, you can play as any combination of the characters that are available in this, as much as you fancy. The concept of this stream is that I play as only Donkey Kong. But, we had to find out for the sake of our curiosity there. Wait, where's the banana? Where's the corner banana? Does the corner banana only appear when you do the corner banana mission? Okay. Well, let's collect some red coins then. I feel like it's time to collect red coins now that we've done some other stuff for a bit. I'm satisfied for now. Anyway, what else is going on? I'll say with, you know, being kind of in between things, I do realistically have more time for stuff in between, while things are like this. And I will say, I have scheduled some streams for earlier in the afternoon than I otherwise would have. For instance, the Wednesday stream is earlier in the afternoon, given that, you know, I'm basically, you know, I'm working from home, I'm just off, I say working from home, I'm looking for opportunities from home, which is to say, yeah, of course. So we're starting this Wednesday stream, which, hey, there's a Wednesday stream first off, but also we're starting at 6. That'll be nice. It'll be good. That'll be early in the afternoon, and I think that's really realistically as early as I'd push it on a weekday, unless, you know, I were to lock something down for like days in the future, in which case, like, maybe I would just do a additional stream at a different time. You know, if that's fun. Gotten 6. We know where the last 2 are. They're up here. Let's go. This time we're going to get them, and we're not going to die. How did we die last time? At 6 coins, did we try to go for the one in the cage? That's silly. Don't do that. Play it cool. Ooh. So yeah, that's gonna be a whole process, and I'll say, you know, I don't plan on talking about it every week. You know, just fuck. You know, who knows how long this is gonna go? The market's crazy out there. The job market is nuts right now. So yeah, low key, really hope to just be able to stay where I'm at currently. But there's no guarantee. Again, to restate what I said at the top, the situation is, the team that I'm on reduced headcount, and they don't have, my position no longer exists. And so too, like across the division, they did a bunch of this across like the team, the division, etc., the group, whatever. And now I'm not like, it's not technically a layoff because I still do work for the company, but if I don't find a team in the next 45 days that has a vacancy, has a, you know, an internal availability, then I'm out. You know, I'm separated from current employer, and I wouldn't like that. No, not in this economy. I mean, that said, if it was possible to get something better, like, out there, you know, it's like, that'd be nice, you know, something like hybrid, something remote, etc. Hybrid or remote, I think that'd be nice, but fucking fat chance of that, really. That's, well, first off, those jobs kind of went away. Second off, it's a fucking brutal market out there. You're just having high hopes right now is not realistic, unfortunately. I'll also say, by the way, if anyone's wondering, just the obvious, like, oh, what about streaming? What about this stuff? Yeah! There we go. Finally got it. We turf surfed onto the and chunk jumped onto the floating island, but close enough. Video game. And yeah, let's just grab this one real fast. Complete the whole set. This one I think would have been very, very, very hard without switching to Pikachu for a bit. Again, thank you, Pikachu, for this lovely What? Wait a minute. Is this another situation where Donkey Kong is weird? Is like the hitbox for the thing, if Donkey Kong hits it, it doesn't activate because he's too big? What if I fire at the spot where it was? Doesn't help. Did I pick the wrong corner or something? Am I blasting off the wrong corner? Hang on, let me try this one. Oh, I blasted off the wrong corner, I think. Okay, okay. I was confused. Oh hell, what is... Where the... That's supposed to be so deeply embedded in the wall? Whatever, I'll climb and get it. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, that's possible. That's doable. I was looking at the wrong wall earlier. Again, I don't know this game like the back of my hand. I know it like the bottom of my foot. I don't know. I don't have a good metaphor here. We've basically done everything in Thwomp's Fortress. That's lovely and just what I was looking to do. Honestly, that feels good. There's not something like up here. I mean, how would there be? You can't get up here normally. Is there anything else we want to do in this area, in this zone, before we leave, before we go to the end game areas? No, I think we got more than we said we would, and I'll say we've been going around 2 hours. I think the night is young, folks. I think we're gonna push forward. I think we just got 9 more bananas to go. And I think that we should just go and do them. I think we're finishing. This stream, you know, last time we got 32, so it took a while. But I guess we got really stymied by like Boo's House and Hazy Maze Cave and a couple others that really slowed us down considerably, because we've gotten as many as last time in like half the time, and that just makes me want to keep going. So, yes, that's right, we're keeping on trucking, and I'm gonna kill this toad and get a banana! It is cool! We all agree it's cool! Cool to kill toads. We're continuing. We're going to do some TikTok clock, and then we're going to do some rainbow ride, and also we'll do the secret level, I guess, maybe. Roll into the cage. Maybe we should have started with the secret side level. Actually, yeah. Let's start with that just to see, like, hey. Is this something we actually want to do, or is this something that is a pain in the ass and not worth fucking with? Like a harder version of the flight level from earlier. I mean, it is cool to rocket barrel around and all that. I can't turn it like all the way, but I can look like at the side view, the side profile, and all that. That's cool. I think a Donkey Kong in flight would be a cool thumbnail, maybe. I don't know, I feel like I actually got a good one earlier on. I don't like this place. This place sucks. Fuck this. Fuck this. No, no. We'll just do, what? We'll do 8 from the actual 2 levels. That's what we'll do. 4 and 4. Let's do this. Let's make it look. Let's make it look silly. And then we'll kick Bowser's ass, and then it'll be the end of the thing. Maybe next week we could do the thing that I was saying earlier, which is like a bonus stream where we like go for 100%. And bring in some folks to, like, really co-op it. Would anyone be down for that next week? If people are down for that next week, we could do that next week. Or it could be, you know, sometime in the future. I'll say I don't have anything... I don't have it, like, on my, calendar right now. Let's just climb up the wall. I feel like this level is going to be very broken by the ability to climb. Very, very, very broken, because there's walls on every side that are just perfect for Donkey Kong to climb on. Case in point. We've gotten the first banana already. Nope, we did not get the first banana, but we did get a different banana. Why are you in the wall, Donkey Kong? Get a hand. We'll get that first banana real quick. Yeah, that was the third one, actually. Yeah, this level is going to be broken. It's going to be really fast. What? If I climb in and... Oh, it's the floor. Man, this level is broken by Donkey Kong. Still have to have a little bit of platforming precision, but not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Yeah, let's go. 2 more from here. Just gotta get 2 more, and I have no idea where to find them. I'll say, I don't know that much about this level. I don't remember that much about it, and I'm playing it by ear. As you can see. Clearly. But at this rate, oh my god. This rate, I'm feeling pretty good. I wish my hair wouldn't stick up so readily when it was ooh, this is perfect for red coins. This being stopped, perfect for the red coins. Oh my god, this is just climbing. This one's just climbing. This one you don't even have to get off. You can just climb entirely. No on foot at all. We just need 1 more there. We just need 1 more there. Let's go. And yeah, I do think that there should be a timestamp. I have decided now there's a timestamp for the first segment, the first 4, the floor 2, story 2 levels, then backtracking, then floor 3. We've done enough now where individual timestamps per world don't really make sense anymore. Also, it's not really what we did last week as far as the VOD goes. That's I think that's the correct way to do. That's the correct thing. I'll say I have no idea now where to find another one. So fun. Let's look around and see what we can get. I wonder if there'll ever be, you know, I wonder if there will ever be, like, Banjo-Kazooie. What was that? I wonder if there'll ever be, like, Banjo-Kazooie mods with such character replacement type stuff. I guess with Banjo-Kazooie it's a lot harder. You know, like with this game. Oh, there's what we want. There's what we need. And yeah, let's just okay, you know, we didn't get the chunk jump, but we still can climb. With this game, basically for most things, you just need to be able to run, jump, and punch, and maybe fly, turn into metal, and be invisible. But in Banjo-Kazooie, you know, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be interacted with in different ways, and I don't know necessarily how you'd account for all that naturally. Alright, let's do it. Course 15, Rainbow Ride, the last level of the game. I'm curious how much we can shortcut this one, given that a lot of this is, like, over voids and stuff. There's definitely some areas where there's, like, and certainly, like, probably some stuff we can do here with, like, chunk jumps and such. Yeah. But I feel like this is going to be the nadir of our power. But even so, you know, we will make this level submit to us. You know, we will bend it to our will, and we will show just how broken Donkey Kong is. Ooh. So yeah, at this rate, and with the amount of time that we spent so far, I do believe this is the final part. And I think I will say that officially. And I'm going to have to rework my calendar now before the next stream, which will be Wednesday, by the way. I guess that means that the next playthrough will start 1 week earlier than I initially scheduled, which will be the next playthrough, by the way, will be Resident Evil 4, which I have never played before, and I'm still currently trying to determine whether it should be Resident Evil 4 or RE4 Remake. Either way, one of those will be like 2 weeks from now, I suppose. Let me see if there's interest in like doing like a big party stream next Monday or something. Or hell, we could do it like next Sunday, really, if that worked better to people. Unless, if we do a party stream next Sunday, like, that's one thing. But otherwise, we'll just, you know, move things around. I'm not sure yet. Details to be done. And like, the party stream will technically be a different construction, you know, it'll be like, Mario 64 Coop DX, 120 bash or something, where the idea will be to complete the 50 stars we're leaving on the table and do them all, and we'll have free pick of characters. We won't be limited to Donkey Kong, and nor will anyone else. So if people wanted to be Donkey Kong, I wouldn't stop them. If we wanted to have just like 5 Donkey Kongs running around, or however many we ended up getting, you know, I think that'd be fun. Can I do something here? I don't like the... Maybe from... Okay. I'm surprised this went twice as fast as last time. I'll say, you know, that was not in my plans. I did not anticipate that, you know, I would dramatically... I guess I ran out of lives there again. I did not anticipate that I would dramatically be speeding up in terms of, bananas per hour. And, no, that miscalculation was definitely a miscalculation, I guess. Oh, also, should we do some of the WarioWare mode after we win? Yeah, why not? We'll do some. We'll do like a round or two. But I do think, like, after this, we will, how long we've been going now? Probably around 2 hours and change. Honestly, right now, we could go for another hour and it'd still be in line with, like, a regular playthrough stream. 3 hours is, I think, the regular length of those here on this channel. Okay, let's do this mostly normal style. Now, we should just be careful. I like these donut blocks. Donut blocks are cool, and it's great that they got them in 3D. Okay, can I just cheat? It's great that they got them in 3D. Trying to think if there's a way to shortcut this. Oh, hang on. Well, no, this is just where I came from. And it's very easy to turn while you're chunk jumping and end up shit out of luck. Oh. This one is maybe the hardest level for a reason. Maybe infamous for a reason. It's definitely infamous for a reason. And I guess it makes sense as the first one we're struggling with this stream, really. I think we have humbled it enough where, at the very least, I feel like if we, oh, let's get that one. That one looks easy. 1 second. Need to do some moderation. Bam. All right. Okay. I think that this level is good and properly humbled. That's such a good skip. That was fast. That Donkey Kong did do enough of a time save where I think we can say, yeah, no, this all levels bow before Donkey Kong, and yes, continues to be true. That could still be the title of the stream if I so please. I like that this level just has, I'll say I really like how this level just has a bunch of platforming sequences every which way, and they're sort of strung out more in a linear fashion almost, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool that you can go do, like, go out there, turn right, you can do with all this bullshit. You turn left, you can deal with a bunch of other bullshit. It has a real playground type feel to it, as far as, like, how it's structured. Just, like, different cool things to do in every direction. I feel like this is the most Galaxy-like Mario 64 level, if that makes sense. Some of the Galaxy levels are like this. Or at the very least, they're often, like, linear as well. They're, like, linear, but they unfold in different ways depending on stuff. Okay, fuck off, Goomba. Okay. We're gonna be very careful. We're gonna relax. We're gonna breathe. We just need two bananas. We just need 2 last bananas. Here's the first one. And just 1 more left. 1 more left, folks. 69, nice. I guess I had no reaction when I got to 67 earlier. Maybe that meme is dying. Honestly, I do hear when people say, like, no, it's over, stop saying it. Honestly, I do think that... I don't know how the kids feel, generally, when you say things like that, but I feel the more that people protest and go, hey, stop, no, meme like that gets funnier to me. If something's a little bit annoying, that's very fun to me. My nephew, he's 2, and he doesn't really understand. You can't really talk to him that much yet. Though I hear that he's getting to the point where he can say words. Like, if you say a word to him, he can say the word back, which is very interesting. And I'm looking forward to seeing him on, damn it. Looking forward to seeing him on, Easter week. I guess it is Easter next week, come to think of it. My Easter engagement is on Saturday, though, so I'm good to go on Sunday, I guess, but who else would be? Well, a lot of people, maybe, because Easter is, I'm pretty sure we're celebrating it secularly, for what it's worth, but, maybe you don't necessarily do it if you're, not terribly religious, but hey, everyone likes eggs. I think kids of all... Do kids of all religions like the eggs and the bunny and all that? I don't know. Anyway, looking forward to seeing him, and seeing if he can actually talk now, or if it's just a little bit overhyped. I feel like with this nephew, with this young lad, I feel like there's been several times where, I've gotten the... Okay, he's talking now, and you see him, and he's like just saying, oh no, and mine. It's like, okay, well, call me when he's, when you can say words to him and he gets it. And, whatever. And, that time might have come. Anyway, I'll say, I'm really looking forward to whenever he's, like, smart enough to understand things. Let's go left from here, I guess. Yeah, I think this is, like, the original main default way. Is this what leads to the... Is this what leads to the ship, or is this what leads to the... I don't know which one leads to the ship and which one leads to the other one. Oh, crap. These expire. One of them leads to the ship and one of them leads to the mansion. I guess maybe this one leads to the ship. I could probably get to the mansion, but look, there's a banana right there. I'm looking forward to the day where I can annoy my nephew, where he's like got enough brains to be annoyed a little bit. You know, my idea right now. Oh, god damn it. Maybe we'll go mansion way, and then maybe we can roll back to the ship if it's faster. I don't know. My idea right now, or maybe, hang on, I got another idea. This was not the idea. This is an unfortunate consequence of overshooting a little bit. I'm gonna climb up the big thing and try to get to somewhere from the top side of the big thing rather than riding the carpets. My idea right now is I know that the kids today, right? They like the Paw Patrol, right? My thought is it'd be funny, maybe. My thought right now is it would be funny, maybe, if you know, I know that there's like a Rebel on that show, right? That the kids like, and it'd be funny to be like to confuse Rebel with Barney Rubble and be like, oh, your favorite character, Barney Rubble. You know, hey Fred, what's up? You know, whatever he says, you know. I'm gonna get way into Barney Rubble as, you know, the more famous Rebel, famously. There's also Rubble from Cameo, Elements of Power. Coincidentally, I just spent a bunch of time yesterday sorting through the VOD of that to make content out of it. Look for some Cameo Elements of Power content in the near future. Also, you know, shorts-wise. Fuck, wrong hole, as they say. Also, Grunty's Revenge. That's also going to be hitting the short form soon, tomorrow, I think. And then Tuesday or Wednesday for Cameo. Getting some new stuff going. I feel like that's a good thing to keep the short form side fresh with some stuff that I did a year ago. Some stuff from this too, I think. I think I'm gonna fast track some stuff from this. It's relatively as topical as it's getting right now. You know, I think as far as like how to fast track, I think my priority will be to I think my priority. Blah. What if is there any chance there's like a easier start? No. My priority right now is I'm trying to go through all the rare playthroughs I did last year and do at least one stream of each just to get some content from each up there. And I think that's a good idea, and I think it's turning out well so far. Star Fox Adventures is next, followed by Conquer Live and Reloaded, followed by I think it's is it Banjo-Tooie next, or Banjo-Tooie Double Speed, or was it Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Color? I forget, but you know, those two, and then Conquer Bad Fur Day, the original. And then, yeah, this is my original idea, to climb up the side. That's the thing that I wanted to show y'all, and I do think this looks way better. That was really good, but let's do it again. Just to show that we can do. This level is the Dorn of Mario 64 insofar as how much it bows to Donkey Kong. That's a tortured comparison. Obviously, Dorn was famous for never having capitulated during the Aegon's conquest and all that, but y'all, you know, how is everyone here you know, a buff of Game of Thrones history? Maybe not. But if you are, I think that might be very funny. Ooh, we overshot! But we didn't die. Is it Dragon House that's unbent and unbroken? I forget who's unbent, unbowed, unbroken as far as words go. It's someone. Yeah, there we go. We did it. Just gotta grab this and... That was cool. Yeah. And that's 70. Folks, we have gotten 70 power stars. The mystery of the endless stairs is solved thanks to you. Bowser is upset. Now on to the final bout. Yes, let's do it. I will say we've been going around 2.5 hours, I think. 2.5 hours. I was not expecting today. It's at like 10 o'clock right now. I was not expecting today for this to be the finale, for this to be the last, but we went a lot faster than we did last week and collected more stars, more bananas than we did last week. So it kind of just worked out that way. Let's go beat Bowser's ass and finish this thing. It's almost a shame that the thumbnail last week was in an earlier Bowser's domain, because you know, this week I suppose it's just gonna be a random level. I did like the zoom out that Donkey Kong did earlier when on the the snowman level. That's kind of an iconic you know, one of the only weenies. Fucking hell. We gotta do this right, folks. One of the only weenies that the game has, so it's you know, relatively iconic. That snowman and all that. I think it would be perfectly good in a thumbnail. Maybe it'd be best to have Donkey Kong be as big as possible so that people would recognize, like, hey, there's Donkey Kong. What the hell is Donkey Kong doing in Mario 64? And have that reaction, but there's a way to balance those two competing things. There's definitely a way to balance that. Let's do this. Again. We're going for it. We're doing the final Bowser. And, you know, the way that Donkey Kong works as far as the punching goes, Bowser's gonna go down. Bowser's so dead. It's gonna be, so goddamn fast. It's not even gonna be funny. I mean, it is gonna be funny. Don't get me wrong. You will laugh, but it's gonna be a quick affair. Okay, come on. That guy appeared where I couldn't see him. All of a sudden, that was a cheap shot. Okay. At this point, it kind of seems like this level we just have to do some regular-ass platforming. Mostly. Like, maybe we can get a quickie And we could probably, like, turf surf up this little hill, honestly. But it might be safer to just regular walk up it. Regular walking might be more safe than doing some funky business. Little shitter. It is cool, these sections, you know, they really... This 3D platformer works like most others don't, which is it has a lot of sequences like this where you're really supposed to play it from a side-on view. Like, most 3D platformers abandon the side-on view pretty quickly because just a behind-the-back, behind-the-shoulders approach just works better 99% of the time. You know, and, yeah. Oh, God. That was, close. And I think it's for good reason, you know. I think that it's, better behind the shoulders, but, you know, this isn't bad either. And certainly, like, levels like this make it work in a way that, like, most other platformers eventually decide, like, no, we don't have to make it work. That was a long way to fall. Well, at the very least, we'll know, like, once we get up there, we should be good. We should be safe. Honestly, I'll say right now, I wouldn't mind another playthrough of this at some point. But specifically, you know, I think it'd be fun to play through... Well, there's some question as far as, like, would this be an on-stream thing or an off-stream thing, but I wouldn't mind playing through Mario 64 DS at some point. And, well, honestly, I think that might be better as an off-stream thing because we've already done this here and now and all that, but I do think it'd be fun to play that again and see, like, it's 5 exclusive levels, of which there are 5 and they're pretty okay. Now, it has, like, a handful of exclusives. They're, like, pretty good. They're pretty alright. I like the one with the poison swamp, and the poison swamp where the Goomba King lives. That's a cool one. Motherfucker. Okay. This is definitely the hardest of the Bowser levels, and also, like, low-key, one of this is a Targaryen of a level, you know. This is who the hell lives in Dorne? The Martells. This is a Martell of a level, insofar as just yeah, not really Donkey Kong can't make it bow quite like he can any other level in this game. Parentheses, good. I like that he can do that. He might be a conqueror, but you know, you can't. You gotta get married to some. You know, you gotta come at them on their level and bind your houses with a marriage. I don't know. Well, at the very least, Bowser's gonna be brain dead easy because we just punch him and that's it. Oh! I was hoping to do like a double jump there. Damn. This is coming down to it. Maybe I should do the vanilla thing and go for the pole. Yeah, that worked. That was smart, and it meant I did not die. Yet. Where are we going? Here we go. I always like Ferris wheel type things like that. That construction. Which Mario Maker had an easier option to have like a nice and synced up one of those in the level with as many like paddles as you want it to. I feel like that'd be a good addition. Here we go. Final Bowser, final Bowser. We've gotten to him. We have 5 tries. So, you know, it's not, you respawn, like, here, right? Here's the thing, though. Because of how this works, we can just punch him. Don't do that, Bowser. Stop that. We can just punch him, and that will, not killing him, actually. It's only, we need to hit him into the balls to actually do damage. So, seems like it might be moderately difficult, but if we just use a little bit of skill and punch strategically while aiming a little bit, we'll do it in 1. Let's go! Rule of 3, that's it, right? Yes. Ooh, banana. We did it. Look at that, he has a rocket ship. He's got a rocket barrel. It's flying off. GG. Very nice. Yeah, just under 2.5 hours, I think. Just over 2.5 hours. That's last time we did like under half the game in 3.5, so this stream was a lot shorter. Is currently a lot shorter than the last one was, but honestly, I do have my fill. I feel like I've gotten my everything I want out of the levels that we did. Honestly, I can't think of I don't know what star I would go for next, given the choice. And I had a ton of fun as well. It was a ton of fun to play through this game. But as wait, is Peach going to kiss Donkey Kong? That's not how this ending goes, right? Or does she like kiss on the cheek or something? Let's see what happens. This is the ending, and also I'm doing final thoughts. By the way, he took out his barrel. You're blocking the princess! Dude! Donkey Kong!
The stars is restored to the castle.
The bananas, yes.
And it's all thanks to you. Thank you.
You don't know what's going on behind that fist.
Special for me.
Oh yeah. That's I think that was a kiss on the pecs, you know.
Let's bake a
She
delicious
just
cake
kissed him on a pecs. That's
for Mario.
not I don't know like what level is kissing on the pecs. That's certainly a level. It's probably more serious than cheeks. I don't know. More flirty than cheeks, I think. Depends on the cheeks, perhaps. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the hell out of the Donkey Kong mod. It made for a great full playthrough, and really made it so that a lot of the bananas were just like so much shortcutted. It was incredible. I'm surprised we did it in 2 streams, 70 star. I low-key was expecting 3, but I guess if there's 4 areas in the game and last time we got through 2, admittedly in 3.5 hours, it makes sense to get through the next 2 in a similar amount of time, but actually an hour less, so, you know, we're kind of ahead as far as like where I thought we would be at this time. last week. It's really striking how much Donkey Kong can really cut through, you know, the traditional ways of doing things. And I find that absolutely positively delightful. I was delighted every time I could take a shortcut. I was delighted every time, like, chunk jumping and climbing proved their worth. Punching also, mostly just for... Punching was only mostly useful for Bowser, honestly, truth be told, but even that was lovely. Even that was great. Throwing the chunks wasn't that useful. The ground pound was more of a liability than anything because I think it can't activate some certain things that the regular ground pound does. The bigger hitbox did mean we couldn't talk to bombs as easily as vanilla style, but that's fine. You know, we still managed nonetheless. There's certainly some things that Donkey Kong cannot do, which I feel like is part and parcel with all these mods being just like things that people are throwing together for fun. You know, you're not meant necessarily to do what I did and do a full 100% run of the whole damn game. That's not necessarily what this is for. You know, this is for some goofing around with friends, as you're like, look at me, I'm Donkey Kong, and your friend is like, look at me, I'm that's good. That might be the screen, that might be the thumbnail, actually. Look at me, I'm Donkey Kong, look at me, I'm actually Bowser, actually. I'm Kirby, I'm Sonic. What's up? I'm some sort of Mega Man fellow. That's cool. It's real damn good, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And would recommend people playing this mod, or maybe the PC port in general, and also maybe with this or any other character mods. Really, you could swap around. In fact, 2 more segments here before we end. We've now seen the ending, but the night is still young. We've only been going 2.5 hours. That's an hour less than last week, I do believe. So, let's look at some of these other characters. Last week, I think I showed off, like, the originals, and then some of them that I had gotten with the co-op mod. But let me show you some more I've gotten more recently. This guy has, like, an air dash, which is pretty cool. Also has a ground pound that's on the button that I use for punching, because ground pound button Z is the air dash button. I think that's pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool, like the idea of playing through Mario 64 but with an air dash. That sounds just as cool to me, honestly, as like also a gun. Sounds kind of just as cool to me as playing through it with the climbing and all the other bullshit that Bananza gives you. You know, I'll say, like, some of these have pretty powerful stuff. These ones are also very similar. Like, this one has a sword instead of a thing, but same air dash. I think it's the same air dash. I don't know if the rules are something different. Apparently, you can do an uppercut and, like, a ice thing down. That's pretty cool. And also when you do sword in air, does like a mid-air twirl. A lot of these add some extra buttons to be able to do more stuff with. And, you know, I have mapped it in such a way that makes sense for Donkey Kong. I'll say it doesn't necessarily make sense for everyone. This guy, Vile? Seems like a similar sort of dude, except he has, like, bigger, slower shots. And no dash? I don't think he has a dash. And like a grenade launcher. Interesting. Alia. Are these like Mega Man characters? I thought Roll was the lady Mega Man character. I don't know. She has an air dash. Pretty much the same thing as Mega Man, I think. Pretty much the same stuff Mega Man has. Which is cool. Here's Goro Majima. A lot of these are pretty basic. Like this guy, I think, just has like some pretty goofy looking, bigger attacks and some animations, but otherwise basically plays the same as Mario. And a couple of them are that way, which I think is cool. Here's the honeybee. Honeybee can fly like in Mario Galaxy. See? See? Pretty smart, pretty clever. Other than that, she's pretty much just a regular Mario type. Punches, just has like an extra flying ability from Galaxy. There's a Hornet. I don't know what Hornet does. Hornet had said she had some moveset included, but I haven't been able to figure out like what exactly is new about her kit. It just seems like it's a regular Hornet running around being regular. I don't think you can. Maybe like it's just like her attack works differently is the main thing, which isn't terribly interesting, especially when compared to things like, hey, it's Kirby, it's Kirby, it's Kirby, Kirby. Puffs up, can spit, can float around. I wonder if eventually starts to do the thing where, like in Kirby 64, where it's like, oh, I'm struggling to hold my breath. I gotta let go, I gotta let go. Limited amount of height Kirby can get. There's a limited amount of height Kirby can get, but, you know, still pretty cool. Can Kirby suck? Also, Kirby has a different health meter, which is cool. I think a lot of these probably have different health meters, actually, and different stuff. Triggers the... Oh, Kirby can do that fun slide that Kirby does. That's good. I don't know if I can make Kirby suck. Yeah, that's good. That's It looks like you can only use it once. It looks like it's basically effectively putting you into prone to do the slide. So it's like when you're belly flopping. Otherwise. There's sucking. There's sucking. Alright, you can suck. You just have to, I don't know if you have to stand still, actually. Can we go into a level real quick and just see if we can suck up an enemy? Yes, let's go suck up an enemy real fast. Can we suck up, Toad? I don't know, but, I like the way Kirby jumps. It feels good. The flip in midair is cool. Can you, like, Kirby float and do the flying without the cap traditionally? Also, a good question is, I wonder how a lot of these handle the caps and so forth. I feel like that's a question for another day. The suck does not work! The suck does not work! I could not suck that Goomba. Wait, but what about coin? Can I suck up their coins? Maybe it's for sucking up coins. Things of that nature. Not those coins, but maybe a free. I cannot suck up a bomb either. Free coins are ineffective. The suck seems like it's entirely aesthetic, unfortunately. So yeah, Smash Pikachu, we came in earlier, has all the moves from Smash. Has you know, Thunder Shock, has Thunderbolt, whole 9. Let's see if that works. Yep, that works. As does Thunderbolt. I think this is the recovery, and it does kill as well. That's interesting. I think I tried Ward and I couldn't find anything that was like different about him. He just seemed like a normal Mario, but slightly bigger. Maybe his attacks are different or something. It'd be cool if you could like tongue stuff. He's like a frog, right? I don't know. He has teeth. Frogs don't have teeth. You know that's not, strictly speaking, important, but whatever. Crash, I think Crash might be low-key disappointing. I'm not sure how you make him do the spin, or if he does spin, even. Yeah, I don't think Crash got it. This is mostly just, this is just Mario. Like I said, a lot of these are Mario, but, you know, I specifically went for the ones that said they had moveset, alterations. I'll say also, by the way, we showed off Peach last time. She got the Peach hover. And, Daisy got the double jump. You pretty much know what Yoshi has. It's all this stuff. And then, yeah, the, can he tongue? Not sure if he can tongue, actually. Yeah, I don't know that Yoshi can tongue, but he can do the thing. He can do his main gimmick. Birdo can fire eggs, and seems like has some bugs. Birdo does not have any sort of double jump option.
Let's go.
Pauline has the hat that works like Mario Odyssey. Pretty cool. I don't know that you can dive like an Odyssey, though. Oh, maybe I used the B button for that, yeah. Oh, wait, you can. You do, like, a little bit of a mid-air twirl. Not quite as, or if you're like, Combo isn't quite as effective as an Odyssey, I'll say that much. A little bit harder to pull off, maybe a little less reliable. You know what Rosalina does. Does the main spin move from her game. Kazuma. Kiryu Kazuma, I think, is just basically the same as, oh, actually, he does have a dive kick as his running attack. Which is pretty cool, I think. But otherwise, he's pretty much just a Mario with some extra bullshit. I think Land 3 Wario looks great, but I couldn't figure out how to do anything interesting with him. Unfortunately, it seems like he has something of an XP system. Seems a little goofy to me. Also, hey, have we had the health bar of Kirby the whole time? That's weird. Sonic works like Sonic. You can kind of run real fast and do a spin dash. Yes? Yeah, you can do a spin dash, and it works like a spin dash. Cool. Also, homing attack. Homing attack works. Does it really work? I don't know if it really works, but certainly you can hit the button. And also, he runs so fast he can run up hills. Or maybe that's just, you know, a factor of... I don't know. I think Shadow... Wait, no, Shadow is different. Hang on. You might think that, you know, you've seen Sonic, so you know how Shadow will be. But, no, the homing attack doesn't really work that well, it would seem. Here's Shadow. He does not have a homing attack. He doesn't have, like, any special,
Time to put this to rest.
He has some voice lines. But, mostly he's just a Mario until you hit this button. At which point, his motorcycle appears, and you can ride the motorcycle around. How about that? How about that? That's dumb. Anyway, I think the rest of them are all, I think a lot of these are just additional Marios with, not any additional features. I will say, one last thing before, one last comment here. With the, Mario 64 co-op thing, you can play as a Jinjo. There's a character mod for Jinjo. Now, there's no custom moves on Jinjo, but I think, given the co-op nature of this mod, generally, it would be really fun, a fun thing to do for people with friends who want to play the game with them or whatever. Fun thing to do co-op is have a bunch of people playing as Jinjos and just find a place to hide and then go, help, 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 over the voice chat until they come help you, until, you know, Mario touches you or whatever. Or if there's a Banjo mod, maybe Banjo touches you. At which point you go, Jinjo! And you run around and, you know, collect them all or whatever. I think that'd be fun. How often, how many times in history have people roleplayed as Jinjos? Done Jinjo roleplay? I bet it hasn't happened that often, but I bet it has happened before, I'll say that. Maybe like on a playground or something in like the 80s or, well, not the 80s, in the 90s or aughts. I bet it's happened. Oh, and then you get a cap. Oh, it'd be cool if you could always get a cap and then fly off. Oh, that's low-key perfect, actually. Yeah, yeah. And yes, you do have to shout help over the comms until your friend finds you. That's just how it works. You have to do it. Mandatory. Fun! Fun! Anyway, let's switch to, a normal character. And I think I would like to do... the mod menu. This gives you options as far as, infinite hover, Bananza Kong. There's apparently there was DK music that we could have had. I like the feels better with the original music. Folks, one more thing I would like to do tonight before ending, and that would be I would like to turn on a mod that I downloaded. I downloaded a bunch of mods, as you can see, since the last stream, and I would like to turn on one of them and have some fun. Where the fuck is it? Hide and seek, personal star counter, arena. I did not test this. I kind of was expecting to do it like next time or something. These are all the CS ones. Where is the day-night cycle, faster swimming, categories, all? I thought that the way that it worked was that the arena mode, Donkey Kong DX, faster swimming. I thought I downloaded the thing for I thought I downloaded the thing for the WarioWare mod. Hang on one second. Can we throw to a break real fast and check this again? Like, my expectation was to do this next week, so I'll admit I did not prepare. What the hell's the co-op cafe? It's not the thing, right? I did not prepare and test ahead of time to see if it worked. 1 second here. Going to a break. Let me check files and stuff. All right, I got it working. I got it there. See, CoopWare. I had it nested in a folder where I guess it needed to be not nested in a folder. You know, it's one of those things where you unzip it and it unzips it to a folder within a folder. Windows kind of sucks at unzipping things. It's so bad at things in general, honestly. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So, CoopWare. Last thing we want to do. I saw this and it looks pretty cool. This is a WarioWare type game where you do
Nice job.
little activities and you know, get as far as you can in a WarioWare type fashion. Man, I kind of wish I was Donkey Kong now. Too late to be Donkey Kong. Okay, yeah, well, we're gonna stay as Donkey Kong actually. Fuck it. Ouch! Oh shit. Select Pikachu? Wait.
Let's go.
Some of these, just have us switching characters. Oh, good, but it switches us back to Donkey Kong after.
Did it.
Which is great because we like being Donkey Kong, and he's very powerful.
You did it.
With their bananas, but okay. What? I'm using a controller! I also don't know how to activate chat. Apple, D.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is really cool for sure. This is a fantastic little thing, and as part of the co-op mod, saying that weird. As part of the co-op mod, you can play it with friends. You can play it cooperatively. You can play it competitively. Where the hell is it? Why am I blasting from that side? Okay, we didn't make it to the thing. We gotta do it again. Let's play. Let's keep going. Yeah, this is a really cool thing. I don't know like how many micro games this has. Should I hang on? Oh fuck. There, let me move so you can see
You did it.
the bomb that's below me.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, I think this is rad. I think this is yeah. Obviously, we're starting to see duplicates already. So, like, how many micro games does this have? Probably not terribly many. But hey, I'm sure that they'll make more. And it'd be really cool if like more people could contribute and stuff and get in their own contributions and all that. You know, add their own levels and etc. How do you keep Toad?
Nice job.
Yeah! I grabbed the keyboard, and that worked. It also would be cool, you know, you could definitely make some stuff around, like, custom. You know, there's all sorts of levels in, like, mods and all that. And, there's some good stuff there. A ship. A ship travels on water. Alright, new high score, y'all. What is this?
Let's go.
That's out of bounds. That's, really shouldn't count. Where are we? Okay, there we are. Too low!
Nice job.
I mean, I guess the other part of this is like when you level up after boss minigame. Surely there's harder versions of the levels, and, there's harder versions of the levels. Damn it! Hell, we don't need to be perfect here. Don't need to be perfect. We can just be, wait, we have like 40 seconds to, do whatever it is we're going to do. Just 4 lines? don't have to worry about that first line. You just gotta worry about every other line. I need a big, tall one. Or that one. Yes, perfect. No, I got it! Just fucking barely. I'm not good at Tetris. I'm really not good at Tetris. It's not my forte. Let's see what level 2 is like. Whoa, what the hell is... The controls are very weird when I'm holding the bombs with Donkey Kong. This is not functional. God.
Let's go.
But I still did it! I was like jetting backwards at high speeds. I don't know what the hell. Open, please. Open, please. Open, please!
Unfortunate.
My hitbox is maybe too big. I bet that's it. I bet that's part of it. There's definitely some weirdness when you play as DK, but it does make Bowser easier to beat. No! This might be it. Yeah, that's it. That's one more. We have one more mushroom. This is great. I saw some folks streaming this, and it's as good as it's
Did it.
as it looks. It's neat as hell. Oh, fuck! That's gonna do it. It's hard to tell like where those volleyballs are depth-wise. Let's see what else we got. There's just co-op versus there's free play that lets you play the games individually. I guess there's 4 that we didn't see. Push off the penguins to get revenge on them. Roll, you're on a ball, so give it your all. Okay. Single star. It's speedrunning time, which reach the star within a single star. And Tetris. Oh, maybe these are the boss ones right here. And maybe it's not like played, not played. It's like just yeah, I don't think we did this one, for instance. Co-op for... Oh no, this is I know this one. Let me see now. And what's an extras? Avoid the endless flame dodge. Endless volleyball. The bombs keep coming and they're gonna have to explode if you don't color code them properly. Endless Tetris. Let's go off. Let's go out on this. I feel like that run was a good run. I'm ready to call it after this. And yeah, let's do it. Let's see how high we can get this number to go in one try. What's an impressive number? I don't know. I'll say there is a much higher number than I thought of in that moment. Let's try again. Do a couple tries until we get a really good run. You know, it's probably easier, low-key, if you're not the monkey with a huge hitbox. But I'm gonna come with the one who brought me, and let's have a really good run. Here we go. This is going to be a really good run. Infinite ones of these. Can we get to a funny number? That's what we should be asking ourselves. Can we get to a funny number? Which funny number? Well, there's one that's old, there's one that's new, there's one that's from a book. Ooh, okay. And we'll take whichever we can get. Oh god. Here comes 42 from Hitchhiker's Guide. That's a funny number that we got the year that shit. Doesn't yeah, I don't know. 43, sorry, we got to 43. That's one higher than the first of the funny numbers. One more attempt. We could do one more attempt. But that's pretty decent. What happens if you, can you, like, throw your rocks at the fire? Did one of the... I feel like there might be some jank with that. Once more, and that's it, and then we'll end. I'll say it's a big world out there. There's a lot of mods for there's a lot of mods for Mario 64 out there, and I've tried some of them. Some of them seem pretty interesting, pretty okay. I personally prefer, as far as mod-wise goes, the Banjo-Kazooie mods. Myself, that's definitely more my scene, but this was a ton of fun, and these character mods, you know, I honestly really wish there was something like this for Banjo, because, like, you know, as it stands, the modders, it does feel to me like the modders struggle a little bit with, you know, the fact that you can't put more moves into Banjo-Kazooie. The moves that you have are the moves that you got. The transformations basically are the same way, except maybe you can change their model and make it so, like, oh, instead of a pumpkin, you're a pail. You know, it's cool, but it's like, okay, well, there's so much more possibility here insofar as, like, you know... Get out of here. Get back to the thing. There's so much more potential here. Insofar as, oh, is this like the co-op thing that I, oh, I got a ball! What the hell? That's, I don't know how, why that's there. Okay, whatever. I do think there's a lot of potential here with Mario 64 mods, you know? If you could get some of these character mods into a bespoke world designed for them, like, you could really have something cool. You could really have something, you know, that, like, Banjo-Kazooie modders would dream of as far as the options go. Like, this is a powerful set of things what are available to people to play with. Well, folks, that's gonna do it for tonight. I think we went shorter than last time, all told, even with beating the game, getting more stars, and also getting more stars than last time, and also checking out that very cool co-op mod there. I'm becoming big and giant. I'm also pulling up the schedule, which I will note now needs to be revised a bit. Originally, my plan for next Monday was to do more of this, but we finished this now, so what do? Do we do that party thing that I had in mind, so we're like, we get a bunch of people in, do some actual co-op in the co-op mod, and be a little bit more unrestricted as far as, like, who we're playing as, and, you know, who gets every, you know, just knock out the last 50 golden bananas stars that way? Or is that something that needs to be on a different day? You know, if it has to be a weekend, maybe not Easter Sunday in specific. It's Easter Sunday next week, right? I know that I have commitments We're doing, my family's doing some Easter stuff on Saturday, so I think it's Easter Sunday. I don't know. We'll have a better idea of what the stream schedule will look like by next time, which will be Wednesday. You can see here, I've fleshed out the whole calendar here. We got viewer levels on Easter Monday is the 6th. Yeah, okay. We got all sorts of stuff on Friday. Well, we got the viewer levels on Friday consistently. I've put Mouse PI and Soros on the days in which they come out, so I'll check out those for the first time. I put Rethawed on the calendar, and 2 randomizers, TTYD second time, and Twilight Princess also second time. And I think I'm really looking forward to having another crack at both. I probably wouldn't have done both if not for being in a state of limbo work-wise, so I feel like I can do some more streams with all the additional time that I have while I'm just looking and trying to convince someone to give me money long-term style. If it's a whole thing, don't worry about it. I'll... You know, God, I hope I can find something. You know, but, fuck. Right? Anyway, that's what the calendar's looking like right now, but as far as, like, the whole month goes, but there's something coming up on Wednesday that I don't think I've really explained yet, which is, basically, hey, that's Shadow the Hedgehog, isn't it? Well, yes it is. And specifically, the plan is for April 1st to do I wanted to do a stream on April 1st, but there's a lot of anime coming out on Wednesday. A lot of new anime is hitting on Wednesday, so I said, okay, well, I'd like to do something as short as possible, so not a randomizer or something like that. But how long possibly could one route of Shadow the Hedgehog take? It's just 6, 7 levels, right? I don't know the specific number, whether it's 6 or 7, so excuse me if I say the meme. I don't know how much time that many levels will take, but I'm hoping it'll take not that many, and also I'm hoping that you will enjoy a little spot of misery. I will say, speaking of mods, I did see that there is one for Shadow the Hedgehog that exists that apparently makes it better, but I don't believe we're going to use that. I'm going to use my actual, you know, I have an actual copy of Shadow the Hedgehog, but I'm going to play it off an actual GameCube, and we're going to have a time, I guess. Look forward to that on a Wednesday. Just trying to play that as much as I can. Then in the weeks after, TTYD and Mouse PI will be the next following streams, but that aren't viewer levels or Bananza style. Now that Bananza style... I'll say, now that Bananza style is over, RE4 or RE4 Remake, I'm not sure, is the next playthrough. That'll be coming up soonish as well. As you can see on the calendar, I feel like I'm gonna have to rework this now that we finished this already. But yeah. Anywho, thanks for coming by, hanging out, and watching. I appreciate y'all and all that, and I had a good time. Let me see who's streaming right now. I see Dan streaming, but we don't have enough viewers to do a raid on him at this time, as he has certain minimum as far as what can go in on a raid. So I will send y'all to let's see now. Who's streaming? What's good? I see there's a bunch of people online right now. Let me tell you, let me say. I'm thinking, let's go with, RKO the Mic is learning, Link to the Past randomizer. That's a pretty good randomizer. That's fun. Let's send you over there. Alright. That'll do it for tonight. Give your love to the VODs, and, also all the short form content that goes up on a daily basis. There's a lot of it, and a lot of it is very good, and I spend a lot of time on it, you know? But more importantly, give your love to the VOD. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all on Wednesday, Friday. I don't know as far as next week goes. We'll see. Take it easy. Have a good one. Good night, folks. Oh, I gotta pause before I hit the raid now button. Or I can do it on my phone. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay, good night, folks. You have a good one. Bye.